Hey guys, this is Green Valor, and today we're going to talk about another BuzzFeed article posted on October 22nd, 2017. If you've done any of these things, it counts as harassment. And this is more of like a survey, I guess, one of those point systems. Disclaimer: the checklist isn't an exhaustive / comprehensive outline of what constitutes sexual harassment. It's meant to be an exercise to get people thinking about the kinds of behavior that are sometimes normalized but do in fact constitute harassment. So, this person is under the belief that all of these things constitute harassment regardless of the pretext or context. Let's get started. Looked at her in a way that made her visibly uncomfortable. Yes, when you look at a woman, make sure she's not looking at you. She might feel visibly uncomfortable. Just don't look at... Well, if you're going to stare at her ass, make sure she's facing away. Look at her breasts while talking to her. Again, you know what? What's the context? What's the pretext? I mean, is it your girlfriend? If it's your girlfriend, she might be okay with it. In fact, she probably is okay with it. But is it a harassment? I don't think it's harassment. Unless you keep doing it and she's like, stop doing it, and you just keep doing it. Then it's harassment. Because then it's legally harassment. Stolen a kiss. This is just sexual assault. Because I know what they're talking about. They're talking about no context, no pretext, not your girlfriend. You're kind of talking and then you get the wrong signal and you kiss her. And you're like, you're fucked up. You're fucked up. But at worst, it's a mild form of sexual assault, but not harassment in any sense of the word. Follow a woman you're interested in, even if you don't know her. That's like at least 20% of the male population. And what about women that do that? Is it okay for a woman to do that against men? No. No pretext, no context, and of course it doesn't apply to men. Spied on an ex in any capacity. Again, not harassment, but when women do it, is it okay? Is it okay when women do it? Spied on a girlfriend in any capacity. It just says girlfriend, so I have to assume they're only talking about fucking guys here. Including cyber stalking. And girls do this all the time. But here's the thing. Not harassment. Not actually a form of harassment. Made a comment about her body when she didn't ask you. Might be rude. Not harassment unless you keep doing it. Touched a woman you know without her consent. Again, context. I don't understand what the scenario is. You might be your girlfriend. Might be a form of assault or sexual assault, but not harassment. Touched a woman you don't know without her consent. Same things apply, except for the prior. So you obviously don't know the woman, so it's not your girlfriend. But I don't know the scenario. I don't know what happened. I'm assuming you just run up to a girl and touch her, but that's a form of sexual assault. Or a form of assault. It's not a form of harassment. Took photos of her without her knowledge or consent. Again, I don't know the scenario. You might just... There's no context. That's the problem with any of these. You don't understand what's going on. But not actually a form of harassment. Shared intimate pictures that she sent you without her consent. I'm pretty sure that's illegal, but it's not a form of harassment. Threatened to share intimate pictures that she sent you. That's likely blackmail, but not harassment. Insisted on asking her out, even though she already said no. If she already said no... The problem I have with this one is it says insisted on asking her out. Well, it's like, I'm going to ask you out. Well, I'm still going to say no. It's poorly worded. And, yeah, that might be a form of harassment. Right there. That is the first example we have so far. Tried to hook up with, even though she may have been too intoxicated to consent. That one's a gray area for me. I don't know. It depends on the shit, but it's not actually a form of harassment. It's, at worst, you're looking at sexual assault. At worst. But, no, it's not a form of harassment, though. Especially if you're both drunk. I don't know the scenario. I don't know what's going on there. Again, I'm not going to click it. That just manipulated her into sleeping with you. Define manipulated. You have to define manipulated, because if you lied about your profession or something, does that count as manipulated? Because women lie about a whole bunch of things when they're trying to hook up with you. Is it okay when they do it? Not okay when you do it? And what constitutes manipulated? I don't understand this question. It's not very well thought out. Asked about her sex life unprompted. That's just rude. You shouldn't really do that. But it's not harassment unless you keep asking her about her sex life and she doesn't want to tell you. Threaten a girlfriend so that she won't end the relationship. That's actually duress. It's a crime, but not harassment. Forbade her from going to certain places. Illegal, you can't actually do that, but not harassment. Forbade her from wearing certain kinds of clothes. Illegal, not harassment. Forbade her from talking to specific people. Illegal, not harassment. Told someone she was harassed because of the way she dresses. Why would you do that? In what scenario does this fucking happen? Anyways, moving on. Not actually a form of harassment, by the way. Offered her a job just because she's hot. Not harassment, but on that note, wouldn't that be a benefit to her? And the thing is, if she knows that she's just getting hired because she's hot, she could just not take the job. Like, what's the context? Are you hiring her because she's hot so you can look at her all day? Or you just want her around the office? Or she'll improve sales because she's hot? I don't understand the context. Like, I don't understand why, but it's not harassment, and that's the thing. Tried to hook up with her and only stopped when you found out that she had a boyfriend. This one fucks with me because it says tried to hook up with her and only stopped. So, does it imply that you should keep trying to hook up with her if you find out she has a boyfriend? Because that's a matter of respect. When you find out she has a boyfriend, you're like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. It's a matter of respect to not only him, but her as well. But not harassment. Failed to get explicit consent before sexual contact. Again, not harassment. You might be able to say it's sexual assault. I don't know, but it's certainly not harassment. Made sexual remarks about a woman with your friends. Not harassment. She's not even in the fucking room. Harassment is an act, not a thought. Not something... Moving on. Told a woman who say they're harassed every day that they're exaggerating. Yeah, probably because they look at this fucking list and they go, I'm harassed because all this shit happens. These are not forms of harassment. They go, you're exaggerating because you've been reading too many BuzzFeed articles. Felt betrayed when a woman you go out with doesn't end up sleeping with you. You might feel disappointed. I don't think a guy will feel betrayed if she doesn't sleep with him, but you might feel disappointed. But again, not a form of harassment. Tried to hook up with one of your students. Ethically wrong. Not necessarily harassment. Unless she says no and you keep going. But again, it's not stated in there, so poorly written. Tried to hook up with one of your employees. Might be an ethical violation, but not actually a form of harassment unless she says no and you keep going. Tried to use your position of power to hook up with someone. Literally, these two right here can be wiped out and replaced with this one because they all mean the same fucking thing. Try to use your position of power to hook up with someone. Not harassment, but if they say no and you keep going, your position of power, yeah, it is harassment at that point. But it's not stated here. It just says try to use your position of power to hook up with someone. Apologize to a man for flirting with his girlfriend. Again, just a matter of respect. If a guy walks up and you're like, oh shit, sorry dude, and it's a matter of respect for her as well because she might not know that you're hitting on her, and she does know you're hitting on her. She's a fucking whore, and she's just allowing this, enabling this, and you should tell that guy, hey, your girlfriend was entertaining me hitting on her, by the way. Maybe you want to sort this shit out. Or maybe they're swingers. Again, it's not harassment. It's not harassment. You're apologizing for flirting with someone. How is that harassment? Encourage two women to kiss. I don't know. If you keep doing it, I guess it gets annoying and it might be considered a form of harassment. But like if they say no and that's the end of it, like that's the problem. It doesn't specify. Inappropriately touch someone you're dancing without her explicit consent. This is just literally every nightclub. Just so you know. Ladies, don't go to nightclubs because you're going to get harassed. You will get harassed at a nightclub if you go. Because you will get touched while dancing. without explicit consent. Which, by the way, how the fuck are you supposed to get when you got that loud music? And you got alcohol everywhere and everyone's fucking around you and you don't know who's touching you. But not actually harassment, by the way. Believe that a woman is a slut based on the number of sexual partners she's had. Okay, you can't... A thought is not harassment. If you believe something, that's a thought. Harassment is an act. So, can't possibly be a form of harassment. Send her a picture of your genitals when she didn't ask for it. Nobody likes unsolicited dick pics. But, that might actually be harassment. But you gotta keep sending them. If she says don't send them again, and you don't send them, it's not harassment. Believe it or not. Not a legal form of harassment. Blamed alcohol for your behavior around women. Unless your behavior involves harassing women, this is not a form of harassment. Kept your mouth shut about a friend who has abused someone. That's just a crime. That's just illegal. You have a legal obligation to tell the police about that. But here's the thing. Not actually a form of harassment. Sent her a link to a porn video without her asking for it. Kind of weird. Maybe it's your friend and it's an inside joke. Again, I don't know. There's no context. I don't understand what's going on there. But not actually a form of harassment. And the comments, of course, are just shitting on it, mostly. This quiz is terrible, and I'm hoping it's just badly translated, but some of these things are absolutely not harassment, and it's misleading and foolish to say they are. The intention here is good, I'm sure, but the execution is poor to the point of being irresponsible. And yeah, it is. Because you frame it as if everything is a form of harassment, which it isn't. This guy, I totally agree. Looking at someone's Facebook profile, should I just defriend everyone I've ever been interested in? Yeah. Any of these things could be harassment in specific context. Some of them, though, you'd have to be stretching. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. A good 98% of these are horrifying behavior, but I need more information on made sexual remarks about a woman with your friends. Yeah. Again, it's all context. These people are just shitting on. I answered yes to one question. Am I part of the problem? I'm pretty sure everyone checks each other out while talking to the opposite sex. What a stupid quiz. Yet another example of the overly sensitive, safe space, weak-ass society we have become. Yes, I'm sorry if that makes you uncomfortable, but it's just a tiny piece. That's not how you spell peace or uncomfort. Most people have to face every day. I don't. Fix your grammar. Anyways, guys, this is... Oh, God. Alright, yeah, anyways, guys, that's the video. I'm gonna upload this shit. Whether knowingly or not, you might be part of the problem. Apparently, everybody is part of the problem. Guys, this has been Green Valor. Don't forget to comment, because I love your suggestions, and sub up, like the video. I know it's been a little bit long, but it's a long fucking thing. I had to go over it all. So, post a link in the description. You can do it yourself if you like. Have a good day.